Setiap orang yang mahu menjadi jurulatih kecergasan perlu mempunyai pengetahuan yang mendalam dalam pelbagai bidang tersebut. Salah satu syarikat yang menawarkan perkhidmatan kecergasan adalah Fitmosphere. Ia bukan sahaja mengajar orang ingin menjadi jurulatih kecergasan yang bertauliah, tetapi juga mereka yang ingin mengetahui teknik yang betul dalam melakukan senaman. Selain itu, episod ini juga melihat tarian ballet sebagai satu bentuk senaman untuk kekal cergas sambil berhibur. Sebelum kita ke Fitmosphere dan juga tarian ballet, saya pergi bersenam dengan Nizar Hashim atau lebih dikenali sebagai Ja dalam sukan skateboarding. So, kita nak tahu juga Ja, apa yang best mengenai PCP ni?
PCP ni dia skatepark dia mempunyai pelbagai spek seperti transition, flat dan ada stair semua. So untuk skateboarders yang ingin belajar semua environment, which is nak main transition, flat atau street, so skatepark ni memang mempunyai facilities yang cukup lah untuk kita skate. Dan orang yang design skatepark dia ni memang memenuhi kriteria skateboarders kan.
Dan keadaan lain seperti tandas juga adalah sangat baik berbanding dengan skatepark lain juga dekat sini.
Tandas dia ada music kan.
Music. Okey, sekarang kita nak tengok Ja akan buat beberapa trik lah dekat sini. Warm up dulu, dia dah warm up. So kita nak tengok apa yang dia boleh buat dekat skatepark ni lah. Sekarang kita berada di salah satu spot kegemaran Ja di Putrajaya. Dia sebuah rail Okay, apa yang best mengenai rail ni?
Rail ni dia number one, dia rendah dan dia senang untuk main. Number 2, dia punya drop tu mencabar sikit lah, dia tinggi. So dia tak sama spek dia seperti di skatepark.
Okey, Ja akan buat frontside board slide dan kita tengok. Okey, kita dah habis skate session kita di Putrajaya bersama dengan Ja. Ja pun dah tengok, dah tunjukkan pelbagai trik. Dan sudah pastinya Putrajaya ni seperti kata Menteri dahulu menjadikannya Putrajaya satu kota mesra sukan dan belia, dan ia memanglah sangat popular di kalangan skaters di luar juga ya, Ja. Betul? Macam mana tu yang ada skaters DC, Volcom semua datang itu sebab lantainya yang smooth?
Dia punya permukaan untuk main skateboard di sekitar bandar Putrajaya ni memang orang kata suitable untuk tayar skateboard, sebab ada setengah tu dia rough, dia tak kena dengan tayar skateboard, dia susah nak main. Tapi kalau dekat bandar Putrajaya ni dia memang saya boleh jamin 100% lah memang bagus untuk bermain skateboard.
Okey, kalau ada penonton ataupun budak-budak yang nak belajar main skateboard ni, macam mana dia orang nak mulakan?
Bagi saya, nasihat saya lebih elok belajar di skatepark kerana skatepark mempunyai pelbagai kemudahan untuk belajar, untuk bermain skateboard. Kalau satu hari tu dah orang kata dah biasa dengan pembukaan di skatepark, barulah kita boleh apply dekat bandar atau street lah. Sebab di street lebih berbahaya dia punya surface dari skatepark.
Okey, saya rasa itu saja untuk segmen kali ini. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
So, kita jumpa lagi dalam cerita-cerita Fit AWANI yang lain.
My name is Jad. I am the Director of Education here in Fitmosphere.
Bertemu kembali dalam Fit AWANI. Bagi mengelak melakukan aktiviti kecergasan yang salah di gym, anda perlulah mendapatkan hikmat jurulatih yang bertauliah. Kita bersama pengarah pendidikan Fitmosphere, Muhammad Hafizan atau lebih mesra dengan panggilan Jad.
Hello, my name is Jad. I am the Director of Education here in Fitmosphere. So at Fitmosphere, what we do over here is we do fitness education. When we say education, we have two types of education actually. Formal education and also certification. So what we do over here is we do fitness certification where we prepare trainers to become personal trainers. Certification is important, especially to the general population, to the public and to the clients, because it will reduce the risk of injuries, and most important thing is to educate the people, because we believe in bridging the gap between knowledge and also application. What we're going to go through after this is a personal training, which is a sequence from the warm-up, a bit of assessment, and also how we teach our students on how to recognize muscle imbalances and also other stuff. Okay, so when we start a personal training session, we will always start with a good warm-up first. So what is a good warm-up? We're going to include this thing over here is called foam roller, and what we're going to do here is SMR, self-myofascial release. Okay, the first one I'm going to show you is to SMR the calf. One leg over the foam roller, have the other leg across, put the hands next to your hips, lift the bum up, and what she's going to do is she's going to go back and forth for about 30 seconds. So the purpose of doing this, right, is actually to release muscle tension and to make your movement better. Okay? In other words, right, we also call this self-massage. We'll stay here about 30 seconds and then we're going to switch. We're going to find some spots, some areas that we need to SMR depending on the result of the assessment that we're going to do right after this. We're going to do the next one, which is our dynamic stretching. So Nadia is going to show us now on how to perform the Spider-Man climb and reach. Okay, which is we're going to start in the top push-up position. And then what she's going to do is she's going to bring one foot forward, bring the inside hand up, the eyes follow the hand, and then she's going to repeat the same thing with the other side. So this is our stretching, or what we call dynamic stretching. So we will be doing this for 5 to 10 reps. We will do a couple more to make sure that all the joints, all the muscles are ready for the workout. The next one is going to be on activation. So when we say activation, right, we want to activate the postural muscles that we have in our body. And the most important one for now is our core and also our glutes, which is our bum. All right, so the first one that she's going to do is she's going to lie down, facing up. She's going to get her knees bent at about 90 degrees down. We're going to do glute bridge. So heels close to the bum, shoulder width apart. All right, good. So from now, she's going to lift the bum up, squeeze the bum at the top for 2 seconds, and then bring it down. We're going to repeat that for about 10 to 15 repetitions. So the purpose of this, right, is to activate the glutes. Why? Because most of the time, we are always in a sitting position. When we are in a sitting position, our bum, our glutes, tends to get asleep. Okay, next one is our core. So what we're going to do, right, is we're going to do the plank. So we want to do the plank. The most important thing that we want to make sure is the posture. So in our classes, we make sure that our students know that the posture is the first thing that they need to understand first. So what do we want to see when we do the plank? Elbows directly under the shoulders. You can see the ears, the shoulders, the hips, the knees and the ankle is in one straight line. So if I were to put one glass right over here, it will stay there. Another thing to make sure is that the core stays tight all the time. And done. So we'll do this minimum 10 seconds, and what we do is we're going to progress from there. Okay, you can go 20 seconds or you can go 30 seconds, and we do a couple of sets. Right? So now that Nadia is all warmed up, we're going to go do our assessment, and the first one is your squat test or your overhead squat test. In the fitness industry, right, we have a lot of stuff that is coming in, new stuff and also the not so new stuff. What is currently trending, right, is functional training. So before you start to actually do any program, what you need to make sure is that you have a good foundation in your body first, which is your strength. Okay? So what we're going to do now is one of the strength exercise, which is called the deadlift. Okay? So Nadia over here is going to set herself up for the deadlift. So she wants to make sure that the bar is right above the shoelace. Okay? She's now going to hip hinge, so push your hips back. Now start bending on the knees and grab the bar at the side. So before she starts lifting it up, she wants to make sure that her body is nice and straight. You want to keep the chin tucked in. Okay, keep the bumps higher a bit. Alright, so from here, inhale and exhale, bring it straight up. Good. Okay, so what we always see in the gym is that as people are doing the deadlift at the top position, they tend to go hyperextension. So what we want to make sure is that we don't do that and we keep our body nice and straight. Okay, so let's do this for 5 more repetitions. As you can see, she is keeping the barbell close to her body, keeping the movement very controlled. A good tempo, and also not forgetting the inhale and exhale. Right after the conditioning, we're going to end the session with some static stretching. So what Nadia is going to do now is we're going to show you one stretch which is called the half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So what Nadia is going to do is she's going to get into the half kneeling position where she gets one knee up and one knee down. Okay? From here, she's going to bring the left hand up. She's going to push her hips forward, front heel on the ground. Trying to make sure that tuck in the ribcage a bit. Good. So this will put some stretch on your hip flexor, okay, which is on the trailing leg. If she wants to add more stretch for this one, what she can do is she can then now lean to the right side. And we're going to do it for about 1 to 2 sets. And switch side. This stretch over here, hip flexor stretch, or the half kneeling hip flexor stretch, is also good for someone who has back pain, as it may reduce the back pain. All right. Okay, and we are done with the personal training session. In Fitmosphere, we have fitness and wellness, we have dance and arts. The one that connects both is education. So we believe in bridging the gap of knowledge and also application. If you're looking for a career advancement in the fitness industry, what you can do is you can like us on Facebook at Fitmosphere, You can follow us on Instagram at Fitmosphere Asia, and you can check us out on our website, fitmosphereasia.com.
Tarian ballet mungkin nampak lembut dengan pergerakan yang mengujakan dan alunan muzik klasikal. Namun untuk menjadi seorang penari ballet yang baik, anda perlu kekuatan pada teras badan selain pergerakan fizikal yang rumit. Kita bersama guru ballet, Cassandra Ong.
My name is Cassandra. I'm a ballet teacher here at Fitmosphere, and I have learned ballet since I was 4, and I've been teaching part-time since I was 15. So ever since then, going through my college and my university studies, ballet has always been a passion of mine, and being able to replace classes was something that was given to me as a privilege, because from there I pursued on my passion to teaching and dealing with kids. Yeah, definitely ballet is a form of exercise. Not just physically, because they are doing stunts, they are working their arms, legs, their core, but it's also mental strength, because then you will need to not just process a step, but also have it with proper coordination of arms and legs, as well as having the expression to show whilst dancing. So that is actually a very good form of exercise, not just physically but mentally too. Okay, yes, it does take a lot of expression. How much training, it's difficult to say because everybody is different, but I believe as long as you put your heart and soul into it, and treat it like your passion and give it your all, it's not impossible to take it up and excel in it. I did say ballet is a very good form of exercise, both physically and mentally. But to say that ballerinas just do come for classes and be at your fittest, that won't be the truth. Well, personally, I do gym training at least 3 times a week to keep myself fit, and it helps having a different form of exercise besides ballet to just be physically fit. So having said that, I do go to the gym. I attend yoga as well once in a while, and yeah, you do either do group classes or you go through a program, and I do have my own 3 days a week program which I stick to, which works all types of body muscles in your body. I learned ballet when I was young, and then I pursued on to teaching. To be a teacher, you do need to go through courses, because you need to keep yourself updated, not just with the latest research, but also via the organization that you're teaching for. And over here we teach Royal Academy of Dance syllabus. So to be able to teach this RAD syllabus, you will need to be a certified teacher, and that is by taking a teaching course from RAD. The experience from being a student to a teacher was quite phenomenal for me, because truth be told, when I was young and I started off ballet, I had just mediocre interest in it, and unfortunately when I was 12, I actually didn't like ballet, because I'm not sure whether it was the environment or the people that were in class, but I didn't feel like, there was no drive to do it, until obviously when I got bigger and then I looked further into ballet videos and ballet studies, and you see a bit more pictures to keep you entertained as a child, and then from there, when my interest picked up, so did my results, and that just motivated me to do even more, and here I am now teaching. Long fingers and round to the side again, side. What influenced me? Well, for starters, my mom was the one who put me into ballet classes, and she, like when you were a kid, you didn't want to go, but no, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. So from the gotta go, came to wanna go. So for me, that was the tipping point, and from wanting to go, it has led me to teaching, and I've never looked back since.
I had the craziest dream last night. Seduce us. Attack it. Attack it. Come on.
Referring to the black swan, in reality, normal ballet classes don't work like that. What you see in the black swan would be the life of a professional ballerina, and it's not easy because there's so many competition out there. You're not the only dancer, I mean, truth be told, realistically. Although it's not impossible to reach that stage if you really put your heart and soul into it. Every experience as a child, or rather my experience as a child growing up learning ballet, is a very typical one, which is you come for classes every week, you perform, you attend concerts, you dance your heart out every time, and yeah, it's not as stressful as the black swan for sure. And come down. Those who want to start ballet and yes, you want to dance, I'd suggest just go for it. Like, you know, that's just saying that you only live once, but use that phrase only for the right reasons. We are never at this age every day. And you know, as you grow older, your muscles get tighter and your joints get a bit more stiffer. So if you really want to, I would say just register for a class somewhere, anywhere you can find. And you know, when you do it, you will actually know if you actually really like it or not. And if you like it, just continue with it, because it's not just a form of exercise. I would say it's a form of stress reliever as well. After long days of work, and you know, you just want to let out and you know, just relax and move a bit. It's actually a very good form of exercise and also a way to relax yourself.
Nah, itu saja Fit Awani dalam episod yang ke-6. Berharap paparan yang kami bawakan akan memberi manfaat kepada semua penonton selain motivasi untuk terus kekal cergas. Saya Ian Johan Arif, terus kekal fit dan sihat.